Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hello, what is up, my Leo rising? Welcome to your astrology tarot update. My name is Tessa and you're watching my channel. We're just going to jump right into this because I feel like you guys already kind of know the spiel about what the astrology update is all about. So if you are a Leo rising, you came to the right place. If you're a Leo sun, you're more than welcome to stay, hang out, and watch this video. I'm sure you'll come across some very useful information, something that you can, maybe think about, something like that. But I am going to be doing this reading based off of astrology and based off of the natal chart of your rising sign and the astrology that is in effect for August, okay? So currently I have August 1st pulled up on my phone, but we are going to see, it just kind of depends on what cards come out. I'm shuffling the ASTRO Soul Oracle deck, and we're going to see what is going to come out and what are the energies that you need to be focusing on for August. What area of your life, all that different type of stuff. We're going to see exactly, what's kind of going on here for August and what it is you need to be aware of, okay? That does not mean that, there isn't some other things that are going to be happening throughout August that is also going to be significant, okay? So the planets do move. As I state the obvious. I don't know, I'm just kind of in a funny mood right now, okay? But yeah, if you want to know like the whole spiel about how I do these readings, you could definitely watch some of my previous months of these astrology tarot updates. And I kind of go through the whole spiel and take up about 10 minutes of every video. So we're not going to do that this time. We're just going to jump right into it. And we're going to see what's going on for you guys, okay? So what are the energies that we need to look into for Leo rising for the month of August 2021? All right, Leo, for the first card, we have the 10th house, okay? The house of Capricorn, the house of career, success, social status, all that type of stuff, okay? So over here, it says, I achieve. This is the house of fulfillment and social status. Here's where we see structures, corporations, tradition, ambition, public image, and fame. Discipline, achievements, recognition, rules, and father figure. It is also associated with power and authority, power within authority, as well as the people who exert them. Okay, Leo rising. So this month is going to be super significant in the realm of like your social status, your career, things that have to do with like developing your professionalism, okay? So I'm going to take a look to see what exactly you have going on in your 10th house this month. So you do have Taurus in your 10th house, okay? Taurus is a fixed earth sign, and they're very much about like stability, okay? So stability is really, really important to you. Values are really important to you. You really need to value your job. You need to value your career. Like whatever it is that you are involved in reference to making money, in reference to like achieving a certain social status, achieving a certain acclaim, like it really needs to be something that you can really feel good in and feel like you are being valued. Like you being valued is so important to you, and your desire to achieve a level of just like kind of like comfort and being able to, and like having your job be something that allows you to just enjoy the finer things in life is just so important to you, okay? And currently we do have Uranus in the 10th house as well. Uranus is actually about to move retrograde August 19th in Taurus, and then kicking off August 1st, there is going to be a moon in Taurus. So just kind of like basically just kind of like kicking off the month of August with the moon in Taurus. Like there's definitely going to be some feels, like around this energy of just kind of like wanting to feel like you are just like also kind of like emotionally connected to your job on some level and to some degree, okay? And with Uranus currently being in Taurus, there could definitely be some like unexpected changes, but this is kind of a more like grand thing that has been happening over years, okay? So like there could just be there could still be some, for a lot of you, some questions in regards to exactly what it is you do want to pursue for your career and what it is that will make you happy. There could still be a lot of questions in regards to like really getting into the feels of like what it is you're looking for in a job, in a career, and things like that. And I really feel that you really do need to be valued on a deeper kind of level, okay? And you really do need to feel like those that are around you like value your vision and value what it is that you can bring to the table, okay? For the next card, we do have Saturn, okay? So Saturn definitely fits the bill with the 10th house. That is the natural zodiacal, that is the natural ruler of the 10th house. However, Saturn is currently in Aquarius, and Saturn does, like, if we're looking at ancient astrology, Saturn is the original ruler of Aquarius, and Saturn is currently retrograde in Aquarius. So it says over here, boundaries, limitations, delays, and responsibilities. So I definitely feel like with Saturn currently being in Aquarius, and Uranus being in your 10th house, like there is like some shuffling kind of like going on between and so, okay, so kind of going back to where you have Saturn in your 7th house. And the 7th house is the house of relationships. It's the house of partnerships, balance, harmony. So there could definitely be, you know, some work that needs to be put in place right now as well in regards to your relationships. Perhaps a relationship that you are currently in or that you are seeking out or that maybe is like a little complicated right now because Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius, so there's still some like unpredictability kind of in the air. There's still a lot of things that you're thinking about in reference to your career, so there's just kind of like a lot of energies kind of going on back and forth in reference to your job and like what it is that you really want out of your career and what is really going to make you feel like you're being valued. And also in reference to your relationships and how you kind of like manage your relationships through this lens of like things feeling like they're changing, right? Like life feels like it's changing. People are changing. You're changing. So it's like, how are you working towards, you know, how are you working towards creating stability in your relationships if these are relationships that you want to continue to have in your life while there are these changes kind of taking place in your life and in other people's life? So for the final astrology card, we have Vesta, okay? And Vesta is an asteroid that represents devotion, okay? Vesta is a very, very interesting. So the asteroids were discovered in the early 1800s. They are, I keep saying, how many more times can I say asteroid? So it's an asteroid. And it's one of four, it's one of four asteroids that represent different elements of the female, like, spirit, okay, of the female soul and female energy. So devotion is very much about kind of like really trying to like really looking deep within yourself and really being honest in terms of like what you want to devote yourself to, okay? I feel like you are such a passionate person, Leo, that you, like, if you feel like you are being valued and you are being appreciated to the fullest, you will devote yourself wholeheartedly to a person, to a career, to a job, like whatever it is, you will devote yourself. So I want to see where you have Vesta. So currently Vesta is in Libra, okay? Yeah, so Vesta is currently in Libra and it is in your 3rd house, okay? So the 3rd house is going to represent communication. It's going to represent kind of like community type of stuff, like short distance travel, like the things you kind of do within your community, the people that you hang out with, your kind of like initial network, who you call on the phone. It could represent some siblings to you. So like you definitely could feel like a strong devotion to this type of movement within your life right now, like kind of like staying connected to people, because they like perhaps like you want like the harder you work at your relationships and the harder you work at staying connected to people, I think that you feel like, you know, if you show your devotion, then they will value you, or, you know, perhaps like you are receiving, like you want to receive that value. So like in order to receive it, you want to like show that you are devoted, that you are loyal. Leos are known to be like one of the most loyal signs. So that's what I have for you, Leo, as far as astrology is concerned. And we are going to shuffle the Influence of the Angels tarot deck just to kind of like get a little bit more into the story over here, okay? So like, what's the story? What is going on? So just kind of like a little overview. Lots of changes and lots of like internal questions going on in reference to, you know, this idea of value, and in reference to how you make your money, your career, what kind of job you want. Like, you know what you bring to the table, you know what you bring in other people's lives. And it's kind of like, okay, you know, trying to kind of like navigate everybody else's energies, if, you know, is just kind of almost like the theme here in reference to how, like when we're dealing with some of the more unpredictable energies, because Saturn is in Aquarius and we do have Uranus in Taurus in your 10th house. And these energies do represent a bit of unpredictability and like changes, okay, that are taking place, like in kind of like the greater realm. I don't know why this deck is hard to shuffle right now. Okay, so let's see what else. So tell me more about what is going on here. Tell me more about what is going on in reference to Leo's career. Okay, let's start with that. Tell me more about what is going on in reference to Leo's career. Oh my God. Yeesh. Okay. I don't know why these like these cards are just so slippery. Okay, we have the Hangman. So yeah, you are like kind of needing to make a decision. You're a little like, I don't want to say you're lost, but there is kind of this sense that I don't know, like you're just not sure. Like you're just not sure if where you're at right now in your career is where you want to be, you know, or you're just, you know, maybe you're trying to open yourself up to looking at things differently so you can like appreciate your job more, but at the same time you're just like, I don't like, you know, like you still kind of feel like maybe you're the one doing all the work, and you're still not being shown the value and the appreciation that you want to be shown. So you're really kind of like considering, you know, your deeper sense of spirituality here. You're really kind of considering your deeper values, your deeper truths, and how you really want to like go about approaching your career and your job, and you know how you want to be seen in the world, like how you want to be, like how you want people to see you. Okay, so sorry, I was just like, before I pull the card, okay, so now let's get into this Saturn energy. So what is going on in reference to Leo's relationships and needing to, like feeling like they need to like work a little extra hard and kind of managing some of these changes and maybe like imbalances that might be taking place over here. So we do have a Leo card. We have the 7 of Wands, and this is Mars in Leo. Okay, so there we go. I don't know. Okay, so there is a little bit of like a protective kind of energy. Like there is definitely some like a little bit of unpredictability perhaps with a certain person that's in your life, a person that you are connected to right now, that you feel like you're working really hard to try and like remain like balanced and having perspective on the situation. But at the same time that you're doing that, you're also being very protective of your own energy and of your own heart. And you're being very kind of like defensive if this person tries to like come in and like disrupt things, you're kind of like, like, no, like take that somewhere else, okay? So let's see what this Vesta energy wants to say a little bit more in regards to like the people that are in your community, the people that you are showing like devotion to. So let's see what's going on with the people that are around you right now. So we do have the Ten of Wands. This is Saturn in Sagittarius energy. So you could definitely feel like you're carrying the burden here. Like you're carrying all the, like you're carrying, because if you take a look at like the devotion with all those different stars right there, I definitely feel like you're like, it's almost like you're doing all the work in reference to like showing your loyalty. Like you feel like you are bringing it like 110% to the people that you love, to the people that you love, that are in your life, that are in your surroundings, whether it's your brothers or your sisters or your friends or like your immediate community. You feel like you're really showing your devotion to your community, and you're really showing your devotion to these people. And it's kind of like, okay, like I'm a little tired. Can someone just like show me some love and like value and appreciation? Like what the F, right? So all right, so this is, this is kind of like what we got going on for August. And, just things to kind of like consider how you want to move forward from this. If there's anything that you might want to change or think about changing, and how, like, I think like ultimately you just need to ask yourself, like, how does you really feel about this? Like, how do you really feel about what's going on inside of you and the kind of deeper aspects of this, okay? So I am going to pull one oracle card to kind of wrap up the whole reading, just to kind of give you a little extra something to consider. And I am using Queen of the Moon Oracle, and I decided to use this deck because we are technically, while I'm filming this video, we are technically still in Cancer season, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, okay? So I do feel like it is important to kind of like take with you what you learned from previous months. And Cancer energy does allow us to get kind of more in touch with our feelings and our like day-to-day emotions and how like our moods change. So I do think that really getting in touch with like, those more intuitive, deeper elements can definitely help you throughout August, throughout Leo season, and in reference to tackling maybe some of these energies that come your way. So final message for my Leo rising for August 2021. What is my final message for Leo rising? Ooh. These are also kind of slippery cards. Okay, so we have will. Where there's a will, there's a way, baby. We got the will. All right. So that is your final message, Will. It's really just kind of good. Oh my God, I can't talk. It's really just going to come down to what it is that you want and your desire and your passion to go after it. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Leo rising. Please subscribe to my channel if you liked this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. My name is Tessa. You're watching my channel. See you next time. Bye.